What up, y'all? I'm Rajay,
And I'm Shy, and welcome to the RXS
the
podcast.
podcast where we provide inspiration, motivation, and information to the music community. Gang, gang, gang.
Yes. So, what are we talking about today, babe?
We have an interesting story. This was a very, very interesting story, and it has its ups and downs, its ebbs and flows, its controversial points of view, and I think it'll be extremely interesting to everybody watching
Yeah, I
and
agree.
listening.
I agree.
Oh yeah. If you are listening, y'all go rate us on that Apple Podcast. You know what I'm saying? If y'all on Spotify, yeah, y'all go make sure y'all get right because I don't be talking about that.
No.
Thank y'all to everybody who listens on those audio platforms and everybody who downloads them. We thank you so much.
For sure.
You want to say anything before we get into it?
No. Let's just get into this story.
Let's go. What up, y'all? Today I got my boy Eric Monterio in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're doing it.
How you doing, man?
I am great. I am great. I am.
When is the last time I seen you, E?
It's been more than 15, ain't it? Way more than 15. 15 years, man. Long time.
Sheesh.
Long time, man.
Hey, man, what have you been up to since the last time I seen you?
Doing this cover band thing, man.
Yeah,
Been
man.
Doing it professionally for the past 7 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Doing great, man.
That's
Everything.
good. It's good to see you, man.
You too, man.
Hey,
Yes,
so
sir.
listen, I'm gonna do like we always do. I want you to take us from the beginning, from where you were born, where you were raised, how you got into music, the whole thing.
All right, well, I was born in a little town called Kinston, North Carolina.
Shout out Kinston,
Yes, K-Town.
K-Town.
My grandfather was a singer, gospel singer, and I really took after him. Just been singing in church all my life, and honestly, once I saw the money wasn't there, I went and started singing R&B.
So how? But you moving too fast. You moving too fast, E. So when did you discover like you had a voice?
Oh shoot! I used to just sing like I can't even tell you what age I realized that I could sing. But I've been just told all my life that I had a voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just went along with it. Anytime anybody tell me to sing, hey, sing something. Oh, that's what I did.
So you were never scared?
Never been scared. Never been jittery and all stage fright, none of that stuff.
So when was the first time like you sung on stage?
But I used to do like school plays and stuff like that. Elementary school into middle school. And middle school, I kind of veered off singing and was trying to play football.
Yeah.
But, my mother being a single mother with 4 kids, really financially, I couldn't get, cleats and stuff like that. So football career really didn't, take off like I wanted it to.
So how was that like? How did that feel to know that you wanted to do that and it was hard for your mom?
I wasn't mad because I knew what she was going through. You know what I mean? Like I was never mad at my mother. When I couldn't get nothing, I understood. You know what I mean? So I just knew when I got grown that I'd just do better.
Yeah. So you said your mom a single mother. How many other siblings?
I had 3.
They under you, over you?
Under me. I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Wow. What is it like being the older brother?
Now that I got a little success, no, never mind. But everything is great. Everything. Being the older brother, helping my mother was really the goal.
Yeah.
My mother had to work all day into the night. So when we got home from school, made sure everybody did their homework, made sure everybody ate a bowl of oodles and noodles because that's all we ate when we grew up. You know what I mean? So just
so you were there while your mom was at work.
Yes, yeah. When I got home, my mother wasn't at the house, and she told us, "Look, don't open the door. Don't open the door for nobody."
Yeah.
So yeah, I just did what I had to do as the older brother.
And at this time, how old are you when you really have to take on that responsibility?
How old was I?
Mm-hmm.
Man, once once I got some size on me
Yes, sir.
and really like, started maturing and stuff like that, I would say around 12, 13,
Okay.
I really like
Yeah.
buckled down. Mama need help,
Yeah.
Can I cut your grass? Can I rake your leaves? I need some extra money to put food in the house type, So
Yeah, man.
yeah, I've been doing that for a while. I've been trying to help my mother, even though I gave her a lot of burdens once I got grown,
Yeah.
Getting locked up and all that
We're
stuff.
going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about it all. So you 12, you helping take care of your siblings, and you singing at this time?
Yes.
Are you like in any group or anything like this at the time?
No. I actually started singing in a quartet gospel group, around the age of 14.
Okay.
I was with, I was the only young guy. Everybody else was grown.
Yeah.
Late 20s, 30s, and 40s and stuff. And they heard me in church, and hey, man, we got a gospel group.
Yeah.
Come help us out. And the guy that really put me into quartet actually recently died.
Yeah.
Last week.
Wow.
Yeah, last week. His name was Titus Spate.
Yeah. Steve. The funeral that Steve came for.
Yeah, he introduced me into quartet because I didn't know anything about quartet until Titus Spate. And go ahead and put that clear. Titus Spate is the one that put me out there. Man. So if it weren't for him, I wouldn't even know a lot of quartet.
Yeah.
And,
So what was your experience like with that group? Did you enjoy it?
I did. I learned a lot. I already had the whole harmony down packed, but really taught me how to be a front man.
Yeah.
So once I learned how to be a front man, everything just fell into place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So after being in that group, did you get in another one?
Yeah. After that group, I was with them for years until probably about 17, 18. Moved away, came back.
Where did you move to?
I moved to Connecticut.
How long were you there?
I was in Connecticut for about 5 years.
What did you do while you were there?
Nothing. Wow. I didn't sing or anything.
Why did you move?
I got lazy, man. Like I just, the reason we moved because my mother, was really, really struggling. You know what I mean? And she just felt as if that move was going to help. You know what I mean? So when I found out we was moving, I was like, well, I could go to Job Corps. I ain't got to stay in school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I dropped out of school and went to Job Corps and got kicked out of there. And,
why? Why you get kicked out of Job Corps, man?
Man, I was bad. I did some incredibly crazy, stupid things. Like,
yeah, man.
I got kicked out because I broke into the education building. I was selling drugs on the campus.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was selling drugs on campus. And
yeah.
They busted into my room and took all my drugs and stuff. And I thought, well, since I know where the stuff is, I'm going to just go in there and get my stuff.
He said, I know where they put it. I'm finna go back and get it.
So by the time I broke that lock, whoop, whoop, I'm like, So they sent me back to Connecticut, and things wasn't working right in Connecticut, so I moved back home with my mom's in North Carolina. By that time, she had moved back home.
Yeah.
So I came back home to North Carolina and started my singing career again.
Yeah.
And that's when I met Monterio.
Yeah.
And, Monterio, sold me a beautiful dream. Oh, God, it was so beautiful. I was with a group called the Anointed Voices. I was the only male singer. All the rest of them were females. And it was at English Chapel. And,
shout out English Chapel.
In Greenville, North Carolina. And as soon as I got off stage, he pulled me outside and was like, look, man, I got this group. I want you to sing top. We traveled, Yeah, it was a great dream because I quit immediately.
He sold it to you so good you quit.
God. Mondre, boy.
He could sell. That's one thing Mondre could do. He could sell. He could sell a dirty shoe.
Who? I'm telling you, man. I swear to God, listen, he'll walk around with no shoes and holes in his socks and swear. That's what you should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you laughing at my... Hey, you need to wear holy socks. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah. So you started singing with him, and how does that go?
I liked it at first. You know what I mean? It was exposure. A lot of people didn't know me. So, I just, played it cool in the back, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know, just, sing top, you know what I mean? I just liked it because I met a lot of people. I met you. I met you. You were young.
Yeah.
Tank, all them.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah.
All them Jamario artists.
Yeah.
Man, I just met so many good, cool, humble people, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what the money.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk. So, cause you done brought it up again. So let's talk about it. How was the money?
What's up?
It won't none.
It won't nothing. Yeah, exactly. It was snacks. Listen,
A good bag of chips.
We made enough money to get some name brand snacks. You know what I mean? That's about it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
I ain't come home with nothing. You know.
Yeah,
And my mom's complaining about that a lot.
Oh, what was your mom saying?
Yeah. You out here? She liked Mondre though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My mother really liked Mondre.
Yeah.
And the only reason I was still with Mondre living under her house is because she liked him. Because she knew I won't bring no money home.
Yeah. So were you working and singing or only singing?
At the time, I was on probation. I was on probation for 5 years.
Okay, now we got to go back. How you end up on probation?
I got a felony with attempted identity fraud. Broke into my house and stole some checkbooks. And me and this white boy, we went into a business where we was taking people's security numbers and getting money, like loans and stuff like that.
Like you were successfully doing it?
Yes, and
How, why?
I was lazy. I didn't want to work. Listen, that 9 to 5 crap, man. I just wasn't feeling it. Like as far as people telling me what to do, I just didn't.
And so you're like, I just need to get a quick dollar.
And he came
How
up with
did
the
you
idea.
learn? Oh, he did.
Oh yeah, he came up with the idea. See, that's never mind.
No,
So,
go ahead, go there.
See, white people. Let me tell you something. I married a white woman, so I'm not racist. But a white person will give you all the ideas, and anything illegal. But when it comes to that judge, oh yeah, you going down, and because he didn't get charged with nothing. I got charged with everything. That's why I got the felony. You know what I mean? So everything was blamed on me. So they gave me 5 years probation, and instead of giving me 10 years in prison. You know what I mean? So because I made a lot of money.
Yeah,
right? I made a lot of money, and mother kept asking, "Where is money coming from? The bills getting paid. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she got wind of it. I'm not going to keep bailing because she used to come, bail me out and stuff like that. You know, and I'm not going to keep bailing you out, but every time they come back and get me, my mama's standing there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. So what is it? So what's going through your mind? Do you know that's stressful for your mom?
Oh yeah, I do. But at the time, I was just selfish at that time. You know what I mean? Like drugs, women. You know what I mean? I was a big guy, so it wasn't like I was just walking up to females and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
I had to have money. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So talk about that for a minute. You're saying that was the way to get them.
Oh yeah.
How did you feel knowing that at that time, did you feel like that's the only way I can get a woman?
Oh yeah, if I had money, but I didn't work. I didn't want to work neither because I was hanging in the trap houses. A lot of my family, sold drugs. So
yeah,
I'd be in the trap house like from sundown to sun up. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah,
I'm just glad that I didn't get stuck like they are till this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, one thing my mother did install in me, I had to have my own mind.
Yes,
so
sir.
Once it just clicked in me, like, this is not working, I did 45 days in prison.
For what?
Probation violation. I was on probation for 5 years, so I drove without license, and they locked me up. And they didn't put me in jail.
Yeah.
They put me in prison with killers, like, you know what I mean? So that really broke me. You know what I mean? So ever since
That was the last straw.
Oh, that was it. I ain't been in trouble with the law since then. You know what I mean? I've done some legal stuff, but I didn't get caught.
So listen, what year is this 45 days?
What year?
Yeah, what year were you in there?
My mind, my heart, and my soul is Yeah.
Say that again.
That's fire.
My heart and my soul is. Yeah.
My mind, my heart and my soul is.
Go up one more.
Yeah. Is.
Yes.
Is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let me get it, Jesus.
Yeah, you got it.
Help me, Holy Ghost.
Oh, yeah, that's dope, though, because it's another note that hasn't been sang yet.
Yeah.
My mind, my heart and my soul is. Yeah.
You are incredible.
Lord help me.
You, man.
Oh, this is
My
crazy.
mind, my heart and my soul is. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Dang.
She's amazing.
Thank you.
I told you I did a lot of drugs, right?
Yeah.
So my memory ain't really, what it is. So I can't tell you what, like 2000. I can't tell you the year, but
Okay.
it was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was before I started my cover band career.
Okay.
Way
okay.
before. So,
okay. So, do you remember what you're thinking as those 45 days are counting down?
Yeah, because I was married at the time, and I was thinking about her, and
Ooh.
like me writing her letters, and her responding, "I don't want to be with you," and
So, did she know you were into that stuff before you got locked up?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah, we when I got locked up, we had just bought a trailer, got a trailer together, and like 3 days later, I went to court and they locked me up. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about not even a week or two of me being in there. She moved to Tampa, Florida. You know what I mean?
So, how long were you with her before this happened?
She proposed to me like 2 months after we.
She proposed. Okay, continue.
Yeah, she proposed to me like 2 months into. No, actually like 1 month into our relationship. She proposed to me and stuff. Her parents was against it. My mom was against it and knew she was crazy. But that was my first love. I was like 25.
Yeah.
And she was like going on 30. And that was like my first love. You know what I mean? And I felt like head over heels. This girl she put me through something. She put me through, broke up with me every weekend. I'm talking
Why?
about, so I guess so she could cheat. Because like Friday or Thursday, she'll randomly like get out. I take all my clothes, everything, take it to my mama's house, and she'll call me Sunday or Monday, telling me I can move in. And I did that for like a month straight. You know what I mean? And
What made it worth you doing that every week?
I just thought I was in love. Like
Yeah.
I really thought I thought she was the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially it didn't help that everybody didn't wanted me to.
Yeah,
be with
because
her.
you're a rebel.
You know what I
He
mean?
is definitely do the opposite.
Yeah. So yeah, I won't get none like that. So
You finally were.
you feel me? Constantly. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna stick with this. See what happens. Yeah, but
So then you get locked up. You in there for 45 days. You writing her letters, and she writing you back like, "No, I'm done with this."
Oh yeah. So the week before I got out, they shipped me to. I had another court date in Kinston back home. I was locked up in the Noose in Goldsboro, and they shipped me back home for a court date, and that's the only time I get a local call. So I called her, and she was like, "Oh, baby, I miss you. Da da. When you get out, my mom said we could move in with her down here in Tampa, and so we could get on our feet since we're married." I'm like, "Oh, cool, no doubt." So I get out of prison. I tell my mother, I lie to her. I tell her that I'm going to Atlanta to start a music career.
Why you
know what I
lie,
mean?
E? You could have told her the truth.
No, I couldn't,
Why not?
because she paid for my train ticket.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So when I got out of prison, I had no money. You know what I mean? Before I went, I thought giving them all my money before I went to court, that I was going to be straight when I got to court. But no, they went on to ship me off. You know what I mean? So she got the money for the train ticket. I went down there to Tampa and get to her house, to her mom's house, and she told me I couldn't stay there. So I'm at the front door with a big old duffel bag with all my clothes and stuff in it, and I only took a one-way ticket there. You know what I mean? So my pride would not let me call my mother and be like, "Yo, can you send me some money for another?"
Yeah.
So I was practically homeless, man. Like, yeah.
For how long?
About a week, because that night when I left there, I walked for like 5 hours. I don't know. I never been to Tampa. This is, I don't know nobody down there, so I'm just walking all night crying. At the time, I was a prayer, so I was praying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got real sleepy, and I found a fire escape next to a random building, and I went and fell asleep there. And I was woken up by this guy, and he was like, "Man, you all right? You need anything?" Da da. So I didn't know it was an office that I was at. So he invited me in the office, and come to find out, he was the MD of a church called Revealing Truth Ministries, which it was a mega church, like on the opposite. I didn't even see the church, you know what I mean? So I just saw somewhere to sleep, you know what I mean? So he invited me in. I told him my story, told him the truth about me lying to my mother and everything. And he actually, helped me. His name was Christopher. He actually helped me get on my feet, you know what I mean? I got a job cutting down trees and got a studio apartment within 3 weeks, you know what I mean? So
Did you sing at the church?
no.
Did you even tell him you sung?
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah. I love.
okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He knew I could sing. I think that's why he helped me as much as he did.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the musical connection.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I ain't. Man, listen, that's okay. You know what I mean? I was hungry and I was homeless. You know what I mean? So, but the idiot in me moved her and her daughter in with me. Oh yeah. So it was stupid. Because listen, when I went to church that Sunday, I didn't know. When I went to church that Sunday, sitting in the lobby, her mother, and her daughter walked in. Apparently,
They attend the church.
they attended the church. I looked at Christopher. I was like, "Look, I'm in the church." I said, "Would you look at this S? Son, you can't church." Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So we talked and everything, and she hugged my neck, and all the stuff she done to me,
Went away. You was head over heels.
man,
It just erased from one hug.
one hug.
Is it because you felt like you needed that?
Because I ain't know nobody. You know what I mean? So moved her in, her daughter telling me, all the dudes she slept with, meeting up and everything.
So how old is her? That means her daughter is some age.
Yeah, she was about 7, 8. She was.
No.
She was.
She was telling on her mama?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she liked me. You know what I mean? She
like, mama did this and mama did that.
We used to catch the bus to such and such. I'm messaging dudes that I saw her on the laptop with, you know what I mean, trying to fight them, and I was doing some crazy stuff, man. But the last straw, I was down there for a year and a half. You know what I mean? But the last straw, because I believe she suffered from bipolarism. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the last straw was the night before Christmas. Went to bed, food done, you know what I mean? Christmas tree up, everything. I woke up the next morning, Christmas tree gone, the presents, the food we cooked, and the VCR, the DVD player that I just bought. You know what I mean? She took everything to her mama's house. I called. She was like, "Yeah, we at my mama's house. You could come over here." I called my mama. I was like, "Mom, I'm coming home." That was it. The next day, I got on a train and went back home, and I never been with her ever since then.
Okay. So once you get back home, is that when you get with Dre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, this was after Dre.
Okay.
This was after Dre. You know what I mean? After Dre, I got home and started doing stage plays.
Okay.
Behind the Pulpit, Better Put That Woman First, David Payton from Greenville.
Yeah.
He died. But the stage plays and
And what was that experience like?
oh, that was great. Meeting celebrities and stuff like that. Getting promised a lot of things that didn't happen. But
What kind of promises?
yeah, Kelly Price, she promised me, go on tour with her and Lenny Williams and all them. But
So do you think they made those promises in hopes to keep them and it didn't go through, or do you think they were just saying stuff to you?
yeah, that I just chopped it up as being the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you only use me, to sing your background. You picked me to sing your background for the stage play tour. You know what I mean? But because I probably was the best one to do that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then feeding me, do this and that, because I wasn't getting paid extra. You know what I mean? I just did my acting part, and sung a song or two or whatever, and I didn't get paid extra to sing background for them.
Yeah.
So I think they just really fed me that stuff.
So how did you feel about that disappointment? Or was it even disappointment to know that stuff didn't really happen?
No, it was very disappointing. Like, I came to a point in my life where like I was really jealous and really hating on a lot of people that was around me making it. That really, like, I'm like, some of the cats that were making it, I felt in my soul that I was more talented, you know what I mean? And then when people made it, like, y'all know I'm home, you know what I mean? I was like, y'all know somebody that need a background singer, you know what I mean? I never wanted to be that person to like
In the
take
front,
over, you know what I mean? Till this day, let me be a background singer. That's fine. Let me get my feet wet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nobody ever gave me a chance. So I just said, man, forget it. I'm just gonna do it by myself.
Yeah.
And
so were you at that time? Did it put you in like a bitter place?
oh yes. I that's why when you, I was mad a lot. You know what I mean? Like I was.
Yes.
Oh man, I was. I was mad at the world.
Yeah.
Like, the world couldn't say nothing to me, and at that point, like you say something wrong, I'm liable to hit you. Like,
yeah, he was a firecracker.
Like,
look, my wife is back there like, hey, he won't know.
Man,
I can't even get it out.
I've changed. I really have.
Yeah. So you do the stage plays. You get promised stuff that don't fall through. You're mad at the world now. How do you get the confidence to go at it by yourself?
Just seeing everybody make it. Like, seeing everybody make it, and I just thought, like, I could do it.
Yeah.
I could do it. A lot of people that made it, they had help because people believed in them. See, my problem is a lot of people did not, like, they give me all the compliments. Oh my God, you this and that, but they never like gave me a chance. You know what I mean? So,
and why do you think they didn't give you a chance?
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe because I was a firecracker.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate. If you would pop off at any given moment, I might be scared to have you on the tour. Because you might be in the headlines,
But if everything go as planned and what was promised, you didn't have to worry about that.
I could see that too.
You know what I mean? That was my thing. Don't tell me you're going to do something and...
Yeah.
Like,
so if people aren't lying to you or trying to get over on you, you good.
I'm fine. You know what I mean? Because I've been used. My talent has been used like all my career. That's why I don't do a lot of church stuff.
So let's talk. See, you going there. So let's talk about it, and let's talk about it. When did you recognize it or see it as being used?
The first time, okay, I had my own crib. I had my own house and everything, and I was going to a church in Kinston, and they always want me to sing, the praise team, choir, lead, and da. So one week I got a notice saying that my lights were going to get cut off. You know what I mean? So I went to the church and I was like, look, I need help. Well, son, if you pray and you read this scripture here. And I was like, oh.
And you've been serving without pay this entire time.
Without pay. And ever since then, I was like, you know what?
So you done with church?
I'm done. I wasn't done at that time because my mother, she was still living, at this time. So the only reason I went to church after that is because of my mother. You know what I mean? But once my mother passed.
So let's talk about that. When did your mother pass?
She passed about 6, 7 years ago. She was 47, cancer.
How did you feel when that happened?
I mean, it sucked. Yeah. Because that was like my only lifeline. Like, I have a lot of family, but my mother was.
Did you have any regrets when she died?
Yes. The day she died, she was in a coma for like a day or two. She was in a coma. my brother called me and said my mother, like she wouldn't wake up. So they got her to the hospital, and she was in the hospital for like 2 days, and she finally woke up, started talking. So when they released her a good week later, she was rushed back to the hospital one morning. I had a show in Kinston. That's why I was in Kinston.
Yeah.
And I had a show in Kinston, a wedding to do. And whenever we brought her back to the house from the hospital, I told my mother, I was like, Mom, I'll be back. I'll see you when I finish the show. And the last look my mother gave me was like, you ain't coming to see me. Because I was doing, shows and stuff, and while she was suffering, I really wasn't there. You know what I mean? That's my biggest regret.
Yeah.
Not being able to, walk with her and all that stuff. But like to this day, I still see that look. You know what I mean? It was the last look of, you're not going to come see me.
So when do you see that look?
When? I see it all the time. Like, I mean, when
random times?
When I close my eyes, I see it. Like that's what I'm saying. My mother was me. Like that was.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and I really hate that that's the last look I've seen. You know what I mean? Because when I got to the house, when the ambulance was there, he tried for 20 minutes to bring her back. You know what I mean? And she was in the back of the ambulance, and the police wouldn't let me see her because she was half naked, and the cop was like, we don't want you to see her like this. You know what I mean? I knew the cop. That was my hometown.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Moore, you don't need to see your mother like this. So I hate that was the last.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So she passes away. Do you immediately say, okay, I'm done with church? Or do you try the church thing some more after that?
No, I was done. That was it.
Because you like, to you, church and your mom are so connected. So she's gone, so church is done.
Yeah. Like I'll be honest with you, throughout my life, I really didn't feel as church was needed. That's my opinion.
Why not?
Maybe because I grew up in a time where church didn't help their people. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in a time where church turned into a business. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know when I was really, really, really young, we had a pastor, Pastor Flowers, that didn't take no money from the church. He had his job. His job was to come preach to the people. He ain't take no paycheck, none of that. You know what I mean? That's the church that I miss. You know what I mean? Like, young people are always talking about how the mothers and deacons and stuff are judgmental. Yeah. No, they're just telling you like what not to do. You know what I mean? And it's not like that no more. So until church get back to that, I have no.
Yeah. Because
churches don't preach for your soul to get to heaven anymore. They want you to have a financial blessing. It's all about financial blessings. That you're gonna get that house. You're gonna get that car. You pay your tithes. He's going to bless you. I've yet to hear a pastor talking about,
Yeah. So you done with church. So do you immediately go into your solo thing?
Yes. Started my solo thing. Well, when my mom's passed, I was doing cover music.
Okay.
I was with a band called Trainwreck.
Okay.
I was with them for about 4 years. And I was doing that only, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
were you enjoying that?
Yeah, the first 2 years, you know what I mean?
Was the pay better than Quartet?
Oh, pay was way better. Yes, sir. The pay was, pay was great. I mean, I get paid more now because I have my own band. So, everything was great once I started doing cover music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you go with the cover band. Hold on. I'm going to let her do it. She want to come in? Mm-hmm. You can come in, baby. I'm going to just continue with the question once she gets there. I got to make sure you ain't making noise. All right. So you get with the cover band. You do that for 2 years. And then do you quit? Is it like, I'm done, I'm going to start my own thing? Did something go wrong?
Yeah, I gave them a 6 month
Notice. That's generous.
Oh yeah, and I left them with 2 lead singers. And
wow, did you have to train them before you left?
Or
they were already ready?
They were singers. I just gave them song list and all the medleys. I made sure when January came,
you left
he was
right.
straight. Yeah. So I started my band in that February, and everybody already knew me from Trainwreck. Mm-hmm. So once I started my own band, it was really easy to take off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you were immediately doing gigs and stuff because you were already
immediately. I'm on it.
So how are you feeling now that you like, okay, I finally got my own thing, people recognizing me?
Oh, it was great. The main thing was the money. Like that's the main thing. Because like I said, a 9 to 5 was not for me. So
you have finally got to the point where you can make a living singing.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's what you have wanted to do all along.
All along, yes.
So when these people, it makes sense. When these people are promising you these things, you're thinking you're getting closer to your singing becoming a viable, sustainable career.
Exactly.
So every time you get disappointed, you're like, man, do you ever get to the point where you just want to quit singing?
No, that's one thing. That's one thing I would never do, quit. Like I've never thought about quit singing because I sing every day.
Yes, sir.
Like, every day around the house, I'm singing. You know what I mean? So I've never been. Yeah, I'll quit everything else, but singing, no, I just love it.
Whoa. So that is the first time I've ever heard of a person go through that much.
Because I see where it could take me. That's the only thing. I'm not going to give, because I believe in my soul that I'm like a very, very average singer, but I know what to do with it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be as far as I am now. I mean, I got a big house on the hill, multiple cars in the driveway, and I could see it could be more than that. So ain't no need to stop now. You know
so let's talk about that, because there's a lot of people who feel like their voice isn't good enough. So what would you tell them?
Find what works for you. Like there's a market for any voice. Like Macy Gray made it.
That's a good example.
Like for real, like and plus my stick was I mimic. Like I am when I sing an artist, I sound like them.
Yeah, he does that well.
I mean?
Like the way comedians do impersonations, he can do like he can make his voice sound like anybody's voice.
Oh yeah. So that's why I'm popular, because I sing rock, bluegrass, country, Motown, beach music, but I sound like the artist, like female or male. So that's why.
And he can sing high.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting gigs like I am, because they're amazed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So as far as the finances with music, everything is good now.
Everything is just gravy.
Yeah.
Gravy. I just feel as if I'm glad that I went through the struggle and stuff like that, because I feel as even if anybody would have, I don't think I would be as far as I am now, because the people that I wanted to help me, the other people that they did help, I'm doing way better.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And that's because I just stopped depending on people, man, and did it for myself.
And sometimes it's hard for people to do that, and you got put in a position where you had no other choice. And because you were determined to not give up, that was your only choice.
Exactly, because I always believed that there's a bright light, like after the struggle. A lot of reason why people are in these 9 to 5 dead end jobs is because they don't believe in themselves. Like you can't be scared to struggle if you want to be better. You know what I mean? Like I struggled all my life, so it was easy. You know what I mean? So, but once I started seeing the rise, like, oh, ain't no need for me to stop now. I mean, I might as well keep going. You know what I mean? So, I just wish. Everything's happened for a reason, but I just wish I had this mindset when I was a hothead. You know what I mean?
So, man. Yeah. So what? So where I'm trying to think of where I want to go now, because there's so many places I want to go. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. A lot of people, and I know you gonna respond. A lot of people feel like you are a internet troll.
No, see, there's a difference in being a troll and being real.
Okay.
Because what I say is my opinion, but it's also the truth, and a lot of people don't like it. And that's when the troll come out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not out here looking at people's videos saying they bad for no reason. Like, you're bad.
So if you see a video and somebody bad,
I'm gonna tell them.
That's mean, E.
No, it's not.
Why not?
Because it was done to me, and you see where I come. Well,
Oh.
like, you know, I've been told all my life I couldn't sing.
Ooh. But some people may say you're projecting what you've been through on other people, and that's not fair. What do you say to that?
Look at me. Like, I mean, if you continue to put garbage out there, you don't need people to tell you that it's good. Like, you're not going to get anywhere.
But what if it's not garbage to other people? What if it's only garbage to you? And you may discourage that person even though other people think it's good. What about that?
I don't believe other people's ears. I like my ears. My ears are great. I have an ear. See, the industry really messed up when they started letting people pick artists. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, at one time...
The labels pick the artists. You only heard who they picked.
Exactly. But now they going by what everybody... And that's, you know. So what they might think is good,
So I want to ask you a question about the truth telling. Have you ever had anybody take it personal?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I showed up at... it was a couple of times, you know, like, you know, and I be real. Like, I don't be trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, you got all these hundreds of people. Oh, my God, it's hot. Oh, that. And I'm going to be like, no, bro, you got to... use your pronunciation, you got to do this. And they really, like, get their feelings hurt because they don't hear it. And that's when the threats come. And my old side just pull up to their shows or whatever.
You say something to somebody, they take it personal.
No, you're not going.
You pull up.
You're not going to tell me you're going to do anything to me,
and not prove it.
Yeah.
He said, if you gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk.
Yeah, something happened recently, but I ain't gonna talk about it.
Okay, you ain't gonna talk about it?
No.
I heard about it.
I know.
I definitely. I'm talking about
fresh
out that day.
One of the people that was here that night was there.
Yeah.
Tank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tank was like, yo. Tank was like, E, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Tank was like, E, man, this happened with E and this other person, and I'm like, man, I was gonna have them to the house. Mm-hmm. And then Tank was like, man, I don't know. And I told Tank, I was like, regardless of what happened, I know E in a way where I still want to talk to him because I want people to hear from him because that incident is not all of who Eric is. And I don't think it would be fair to just be like, hey, yo, man, my homie told me this happened, bro, so you can't come no more.
You know, I was scared of that, too.
Yeah.
I was like, when I was watching that live that night, I was like, yo, Tank done told this man what happened. Then you hit me up with the address change. I was like, it's not happening.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So,
yeah. That's why I asked you, you know, do I need to come sober and all that stuff? You know what I mean? So,
that was another thing that was very respectful. That he asked me, like, hey, man, what's the rules? I'm like, E, you can't be high, you can't be drunk, and you can't cuss. And he like, man, I gotta respect you a lot to follow them rules.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I left it at the house. I was like, huh.
I'm proud of you, E.
Whole time I'm here. Let's hurry up and get over it.
Yeah. So you chalk it up to just being honest, and then some people just can't take that.
They can't take it. They can't take it.
So is there ever a time where you like feel the need to soften it up?
No.
Why not, E?
How are you going to get better?
Ooh.
You're not going to get better if everybody's telling you you're good.
Wow.
You're not, bro. Even if you think you're doing your best, you need somebody to tell you that that's not it.
And you don't mind being that person.
I don't.
So it makes sense when you sent me that song, because E sent me a song for me to listen to, and E said something that, to be honest with you, you're the only person who's ever sent me something and said, your critique is good with me. Be brutally honest. I'm not going to get offended. I have personally experienced where people sent me stuff and they didn't really want my opinion. They wanted a pat on the back.
They just want you to hear it and be like, oh, it's good. No, I need, when I record something and I need
honest feedback for real.
Yeah, like it's not gonna hurt my no, you're not gonna hurt my feelings if you say, yo, you can't sing.
Yeah.
You're sleeping on your homeboy couch.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna show no hurt. I just know your situation and where I got in my music.
Wow. So let's talk about that. You take into consideration people's whole life when you have these conversations.
Oh, yeah.
What makes you think that's okay?
Because if you could tell me what's this and that, you need to be doing better than me in your craft. You can't clock in on Monday at a job, work till Friday, and go on the road and perform, and then clock back in on Monday and tell me I'm doing something wrong. Because I don't clock in.
What up, y'all? I'm Rajay, and I want to say first, thank y'all for the support, thank y'all for the love, and thank y'all for watching and listening to this podcast. We really don't take it for granted. Hey, if y'all want to continue to support us by spending y'all money, I got a way for y'all to do that. Y'all go to rajxshaw.com and pick up that Make It Happen hoodie today. Life be crazy, but we still got to do what? Make it happen, gang. That is an interesting point. I can't knock your point, because you're saying if you knew how to make this a profession, it would be your profession.
Your profession. This is my profession. This is what I do. Like I work 2 to 3 shows a week, and do from Monday to Thursday I'm with my son all day.
Wow.
You know what I mean? My wife got a job, you know what I mean? And to be brutally honest, she make, a little over, I won't put her number out there.
It's high?
But no. I mean it's low. It's suitable. Like, 3 to 4,
okay,
a month.
Okay.
I can make that in one night. Doing, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like,
and you're like, the hardships, people being brutally honest, the disappointments, it built you to have what you have now.
Oh, yeah. And then me marrying a white girl, that really, you got this white girl taking care of you. You know how our people
That's
is.
what they saying?
Oh, my God. You got this white girl taking care of you. Oh, you really hit the jackpot. Really? Because what I'm doing now, I could do it with a black woman. Like, I didn't find her. She found me. You feel
Let's
me?
talk about that then. How in the world did she find you?
I was performing at a MS Walk at the PSC Arena. And after the show, we had to rush because we had another show that night and whatever. And on the bus home to the next show, she inboxed me and was like, "Oh my God, you guys are wonderful. Your voice is this. Oh, you sound like everybody." And for like 2 days straight, that's all I heard. She kept inboxing me, telling me that. And like the third day, I was like, "Look, that ain't the only reason you hit me up here." And she was like, "What you think?"
The rest is history.
We started dating.
Yeah.
And, we got married.
The thing that I appreciate about that story is you didn't chase her.
No.
You didn't flash money.
No.
You on stage doing what you've been created to do, and you get her attention.
Exactly.
How does that feel?
That felt great. I mean, before her, I've never been with a white woman.
Yeah.
I was kind of amazed that a white woman hit me up. Like I was like, I mean, you get, in my profession, you get them flirting with you.
Yeah.
They might show you the breast, on stage and stuff like that. But for a female, a white woman,
to be interested in you genuinely and
so
for real.
It was new.
Yeah.
It was very new. And I tell anybody, interracial relationship is not for the weak.
Yeah.
It's not for the weak because there's like two different cultures.
Yeah.
What black people do and white people do is totally different.
So how has that been?
To this day,
It's real.
we still going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, she had to learn a lot of, things, and I had to learn a lot of things. And we still learning. And we're still together. Everything's good. We had a beautiful son.
Yeah.
And everything is great.
Does she come to the shows still?
No. At first she did, she does all my booking.
I was going to ask you about that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. She does all my bookings and stuff like that. She just, I don't mind her going to a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, that's my job. I don't sit at your office at your job every day. You know what I mean? Like, let me go work.
That's a good point.
I just,
That's a good point.
marriages need space.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Yeah, because
Did you discover that?
I been knew that.
Okay,
from
the first
watching
one?
other people in relationships and stuff like I don't them people that's been married for like 50 years and still in love, they won't with each other like the whole time. They, you know what I mean? Like to this day, like every year I take my own vacation. She take her own vacation. Then we at the end of the year we take a vacation together.
That is brilliant.
You know what I mean? Like you have
That is brilliant.
You have to have space. You cannot be up under each other all your life if y'all want to be together all your life.
God,
because you're gonna get tired of each other.
Yes, sir. Naturally.
That's serious. Start breathing like that. You know what I mean?
Everything get on
I
your nerves.
ain't never heard you smack. You know what I mean? Like little stuff. You know what I mean? Like that you thought was cute at first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On your pinky toe. It was cute.
Now it's ugly. Now it's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Put your sock on.
Hey, go in the room. Put your shoes on. Sit here and look at that. I'm trying to watch the movie. I got to keep looking down it.
So how does she start booking for you?
Immediately.
Wow.
Yeah, immediately. Because she her job that she does now, she works for Brassville and Gorey. It's they build skyscrapers.
Okay.
And she does the books for all the managers. Like, you know what I mean? So
that's already what she does.
Already. And plus, it always sounds good for
A white woman to be the one you're talking to.
when they call you and be like, hello, it's McKay. Oh, yeah.
He's about business.
Yeah, so when I say 6,000, ain't nothing. You know what I mean? There you go. Yeah, well, okay, well, how much is the percentage? Now I don't have patience. That's what I'm saying. That's why she does the booking.
Yeah.
If I tell you 6,000, you be like, I'm like, then what you call for? So I'm like, look, Michaela, you handle that. I can't. They know what they're getting. And still complaining. You know? But when they hear her voice and how professional it is, oh yeah, these boys, they good.
Yeah.
You know? So we've always been peaches.
Yeah. So how have you parented your son differently based on what you've been through?
Well, he's 1.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's still early.
Yeah.
So right now, as far as like teaching him, what's right and wrong, don't touch that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Music is what he's
You
like.
can tell he love it already.
Jacob Collier.
God, the good stuff.
Oh yeah, Michael, Bee Gees,
Yeah.
all that Baby Shark.
No Baby Shark. Turn on that Jacob.
None of that. Like, I'm so serious. All them cartoons, all the regular.
Yeah.
No, he don't do none of that. Wow. Yeah. When he get up in the morning, he ha staying alive, fat alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm trying to have him versatile like me. You know what I mean? So right now it's just the music thing. You know what I mean? So once he get older, that's when
So now that just made me think about something. Raised by a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Where was your dad?
My real
Biological
dad,
father.
yeah, he was never in the picture. Like
Okay.
I knew I had a different dad. I think I was like 14, walking down the street, and I walked.
You mean different dad than your siblings?
Yeah. So I was walking down the street, 14, 15, and I walked past the tobacco plant, And a random dude just walked up to me and was like, man, you know I'm your daddy, right? I was like, man, I don't know who you is. Like, I don't. So I rushed back to the house like, Mom, this dude just said, I know he did not just walk up to you and say, so it's true. Like, I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's when I found out that my dad, Reggie, was not my dad. So yeah, and listen, he
still
took
never
over.
you still never had a relationship with your biological father. Why he jump out the field and tell you then?
I don't know, because apparently he saw me walking that, because that's where I walked all the time. So he saw me, you know what I mean? So I didn't know him for me to. I don't understand why people get mad. Like, I didn't know him to be mad. Like, I had a guy that took the reins. Yeah. And, you know what I mean? So it wasn't no hard feelings. Like, you know what I mean? I sung at his funeral, even though I only saw him like 3 times my whole life.
How did you do that then?
I just like singing, man. I didn't cry. I didn't care. And plus, I had a brother. I got a brother by him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So me and him still, talk. I just talked to him last night. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so yeah, and then my stepdad, he was abusive. You know what I mean? He drank a lot. So yeah, she left him like when my youngest brother was born. She left him, and
how long was she with him?
Oh, she was with him since I was born, like 84, 83, 84, high school, because she had me right out of high school in 85. And they was together until like 5, off and on 5, 6, 7 years or whatever. But when my little baby brother was born in 1990, and like a year later, we just packed up everything and just left without him knowing. And moved to North Carolina.
That's how it be on the movies.
Yeah.
So you're making it make sense. The Connecticut move was with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When I was young.
And then y'all left him in Connecticut, came back to Carolina.
And then moved back.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I got older. And
okay.
Yeah.
So growing up, going through all of this disappointment, do you think about not really having a father?
No, because my mother was that.
My mother was solid.
She raised 4 kids on a cosmetology degree. She did hair all her life. Wow. That's it. Now I don't remember another job my mother had.
So, with that being said, do you think that is what gave you the inspiration?
Oh yeah, wholeheartedly. Yeah, I saw what she went through. Like, I was like, yeah, this is a strong woman right here. I wish to be half of her. Like, you know what I mean? So that really helped me throughout my life, man. Just thinking about the stuff I've been through, and if she needed help, nobody helped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
you got any questions, babe? Okay, so she got to walk out. Hold on. This is good, bro. I'm gonna start as soon as she. All right. You need a paper towel? You good?
No, I'm good.
All right. So, going through life, getting from one place to the next, I know that you've dealt with just snapping and being angry a lot and stuff like that. How are you, or how did you get to the place where you started to work on that?
145 days.
Yeah.
When I tell you, that broke me from doing a lot of things, because I saw things in there that a man should not see.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about the second day I went in there, I saw a man get raped. Like, I saw a dude get jumped, beat bloody. Like, stuff, I won't about that life. I mean, I've beat people bloody, but see people that's helpless. You know what I mean? It really changed me, man. Like, just trying to get up out of there and never coming back. And, I stopped hitting people less. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just grew up, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
I grew up.
Yes, sir.
So.
I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Knowing what I knew of you back then and to hear you talk now, I can honestly say you're a different man. Oh, yeah. And I'm proud of that, man.
Oh, yeah. It might be because I'm sober, too, so.
Yeah. Sober Eric is different.
I'm messing, man.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, so I think Is there anything? What's the name of the band?
The Monterio Experience.
The Monterio Experience. And do you have like a website or anything?
Right now I'm just taking bookings through email, the Monterio Experience at gmail.com and Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/the Monterio Experience.
Yeah. And Michaela will get back to them.
Yeah, Michaela Moore. She'll get right back with you. As soon I'm talking about as soon as you message.
Yeah. How you feeling though?
I'm great, man. I'm healthy. Like I feel good.
Let's talk about that before we go. The weight loss, man.
Man.
So explain to the people who are just now seeing you, like, what your weight was and then the process to knock it off.
I was 617 pounds at my max. I actually got the weight loss surgery called the D switch, where it's the sleeve and the bypass together. You know what I mean? So I dropped to date a little over 300 pounds. You know what I mean? And it's just been great, man. Like,
do you feel different?
I feel way better. Just fitting into things. You know what I mean? Different cars. You know, I ain't got to put the seat all the way back, and you know what I mean? Not breathing hard. Just because if I was big, I would you know.
Facts. He's not lying.
You know what I mean? That's I'll be talking like Biggie Smalls in here, man. But I just feel good, man. I don't. My wife told me I don't snore no more. Like, and plus, you know, when you're really big, you know what I mean, and you lose all that weight, you know, something else get, you know what I mean? And so that's good for her. She loved that, you know what I mean? So, but it was great, man. Everything is great.
Yeah, man.
Everything is great.
All right, babe, before I wrap it up, I want to make sure you don't got no questions.
Oh, God. Let me think.
It's okay.
Give me a second. Have you thought about like recording, doing records and all of that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Your own material.
I've never did an album. Never did an album. I've done some features. I've never. It's just that going through life, I just see these people in the studio recording album after album, single after single, and ain't get nowhere. And it was a certain point in my life where I just fell in love with money, and like I don't buy clothes, sneakers, like these Forces, like I wear these at shows. Like I'm a stickler at saving money. Like my wife, she taught me that. You know what I mean? And I just never felt as if, like I said, I always thought of myself as the average singer. So me thinking going to put an album out, they ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm really comfortable doing cover music. Like if I could live like this for the rest of my life, even though I do want to, it's always better. I always, I do want to own multiple houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I only own one house now. Yeah. But I do want at least two more. Because I want to go into the Airbnb business.
Yes, sir.
But if I could do this, I'm straight. Yeah. But I am getting ready to start putting some stuff together.
So I have a question. Do you feel with you doing the cover band stuff, is there really not a need for original, or do you think that would enhance your show?
I don't think it'll enhance my show. I just think because what I'm doing now, nobody else is really doing. You know what I mean? Like I could do a Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow song and do both female and do vocals in the same song. Yeah. So and like nobody's doing that. That's why I'm getting all the gigs. You know what I mean? Because nobody is mimicking Macy Gray and you know what I mean, Journey. Nobody's mimicking these people. Especially I'm a big black guy, and when they hear me sing Britney Spears, they're like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, it's incredible.
You know
But
what I mean?
when I first saw you, because Mondre told me about you before I saw you, he's like, no, I'm telling you. And then we was in rehearsal, and you mimicked Doc McKenzie. I was through. I said, oh, this dude crazy. I'm talking about he can
What a
do
friend
it.
we had at G.
Yes,
I
he
remember
can
that.
do
I remember
it.
that. I
Man,
remember
he
that.
can do it so
remember
good,
that.
man.
I remember
He
that. I
can
remember
do
that. That was hilarious.
So
Yeah.
good.
That was crazy. That's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah, man. So that's it, babe. This has been real. Thank you for coming by, man.
Oh yeah, no problem, man.
Hey,
Yes,
man,
sir. Yes,
I'm
sir.
super proud of you, man.
I appreciate it, man.
The Monterio experience.
Shit, I'm proud of you. Shoot, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
Bro, come on, man.
Thank you, man.
I always knew that you were gonna do this, man. Like, bro, ever since you were a little crumb snatcher, man, I was like, yeah, this boy got something.
Yeah,
like,
I appreciate
for real,
it, man.
and this is what you do for a living.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah,
And still
man.
ain't called me to do a song. Yeah,
But you say you don't-
Jamal's one of them
You
people.
said you ain't want to.
Jamal's one of them people.
Hey, but listen.
Jeremy Mayberry. Ashley Dole.
He calling us out, fellas.
Y'all ain't give me a chance, but look at me now.
Hey, but you just said you don't want to do original music.
I am now.
Okay,
Like, I am.
okay.
I honestly.
So do you want your original music to have like the feel of the covers, or you want to do something different?
No, I definitely want to put me in it. Like, definitely something different.
So what's your, as an artist, aside from the Monterio experience, what would you say your style is without doing those covers?
And you know what? To be perfectly honest, I've yet to find my sound.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Because I grew up with Dave Hollister being my mentor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he emailed me a video, you know, congratulating me with all my success and stuff
Yeah, man.
recently, man. And that right there was like, that honestly, what really, you know, this happened like 2 years ago. He sent me a video email. And that right there really got me into like, yo, I might need to put an album out.
Yeah.
So
it
yeah.
would be an R&B album in that vein.
See, my thing, my what I want to do is do an album and every song be a different genre.
Ooh, that's cold.
You know what I mean? Like country, I'll do a
That's
country
cold.
song, rock song.
Because then
pop.
you can put it in the show. That's brilliant.
Yeah, and nobody's done that.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, so that's my goal. You know what I mean? So I'm going to different engineers, like a gospel engineer, a pop, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
different
gonna be
producers that produce different genres.
Yeah, and I probably call the album like the varieties or something like that.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Or you could call it the Monterio Experience.
Well, yeah, of course.
That would be.
But see, it's definitely gonna be a self-named album, Eric Monterio. You know what I mean? My name is Eric Moore.
Yeah.
My middle name is Monterio. I just took my last name off.
That's fire. So this is your actual name.
Yeah, Eric Monterio.
Now, who named you?
My mother. After the producer of Good Times, his name was Eric Monte. Wow. And
Shout out to your mom,
she named me Eric Monterio. My brother Reginald Montrell. My sister Ebony Montoria. And my other brother, Rashawn Montrell. So all of us got mine. You know,
Yeah,
middle
mine
name.
in the
Yeah.
middle name.
Mhm.
That's fire,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Mhm.
So I like the idea. The multiple genres. I think that's crazy.
Because it's definitely going to be singles. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm not putting a whole album of just one genre.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to just throw out singles until if something pop.
Then you'll say I'll do a body of work in that lane because
There
the
you go.
people are telling me that's what they prefer.
Exactly.
That is very genius.
Yeah. So.
And then you're not wasting time or energy and money.
Mm-mm.
Anything else, babe? This has been real, man.
No doubt, man. Yeah.
We thank y'all for watching. This is Eric Monterio. Thank you again.
No doubt.
Peace.
Cool beans.